We're currently building Mira for PDO, which is a solar field designed for enhanced oil recovery. Basically, we're producing steam, which is injected into an oil well, which helps produce more oil. Roughly, you triple production when you go from coal production to enhanced oil recovery using steam. Now, the steam is normally produced by burning natural gas, which consumed a valuable hydrocarbon in order to produce the oil. In the case of Mira, we use concentrating sunlight to boil water to create the steam that we need for oil production. One of the really exciting things about Mira is its scale. It takes 6,000 tons of water every day and converts it into steam for enhanced oil recovery. At noon, on a sunny day, peak power production is over 1,000 megawatts. It's 1,021 megawatts, more than a gigawatt of power production, which will make it, when it's complete, one of the world's largest solar fields of any kind anywhere in the world. PDO awarded the Mira contract in the middle of last year, the middle of 2015, and in the early phases we were doing mostly office work, engineering, designing, site surveys, that type of thing. Towards the end of the year, however, we started grading the site. That's where you make the land flat. And now I'm pleased to report that we're actually started site activity. There's actual work now happening at the Mira site. The schedule for that was already quite aggressive, but we're ahead of schedule and we are below budget. So it's a very pleasing outcome. One of the ways we were able to achieve that is by partnering with PDO. It's not a customer-supplier relationship we have, it's very much a partnership. PDO were able to look at their standards and processes and procedures and identify some that were appropriate for hydrocarbon projects, where they have things which are flammable or could explode, and say, well, those won't apply to the solar project. After all, we have water and steam and steel and glass. There's nothing there which is flammable or might ignite or explode. And so they were able to move a lot of obstacles out of our way. That has enabled us to go faster and to reduce costs.
Point has developed a unique technology that was designed specifically for the oil and gas industry to meet its unique requirements. And one of the biggest requirements of the oil and gas industry is a very hostile environment. So the technology we've developed is called enclosed trough. And we call it enclosed trough because we've taken a solar array and enclosed it in a glass structure. The glass structure, as you can see behind me, looks a lot like an agricultural greenhouse. And that's because it is, in actual fact, an agricultural greenhouse. Exactly the same sort of structure you would normally grow flowers or tomatoes in. Now, we get a number of huge advantages from being inside this box. The first one is it protects us from the sand and dust that's common in oil-producing regions. Here in Oman, peak wind loading can be 80 miles per hour, and often that comes along with lots of sand and dust. So you can imagine if you took delicate mirrors and you put them outside, what would happen to them? They become very dirty very quickly. And in the case of Mira, for example, we have 2 square kilometers of mirror. Imagine trying to clean by hand 2 square kilometers of mirror. It's completely impractical. So the enclosure means the mirrors inside stay super clean. In fact, the air inside the glass house is filtered, dehumidified, and injected under pressure. So if there are any little cracks or crevices in the structure, air's coming out, so dust is not coming in. This is exactly the same technique that's used in clean rooms in Silicon Valley for semiconductor manufacture. So the result of this is mirrors which stay clean all of the time. But of course, the structure itself still gets dirty. You still get sand and dust and dirt, especially on the roof of the glasshouse. Now, the agricultural industry has had this problem all along. 2% more sunlight means 2% more tomatoes or 2% more roses. And as a result, they developed automated cleaning solutions. They were first deployed in the 1980s, and they look a lot like upside-down car washes, which drive along the peak of the roof with brushes that spin, cleaning as they go. They get to the end, they move over one roof peak, and then drive back. The water which is used is captured in the gutters and is recycled. The result of that is that every night we're able to clean the entire roof of the glasshouse. So there's no performance degradation from soiling as there would be if the system was outside. In addition, because the system is fully automated, we don't need to field thousands of people to clean our 2 square kilometers of mirror. It's automatically cleaned every night. Now, the second big advantage that we get from the glasshouse structure is somewhat counterintuitive. It's actually cheaper to have the mirrors inside than outside. Now, how can that possibly be true? We have a mirror and a structure, surely it costs more. So to understand why it's cheaper, you think about what are the cost drivers? Why are mirrors outside expensive? And the main reason, the main cost driver is wind loading. As I mentioned earlier, there's 80 mile per hour peak winds in Oman, 100 miles per hour peak winds in Kuwait. And so if you have a 6 meter tall mirror, 6 meters from here to here, outside in an 80 miles per hour wind, it just wants to blow away. There's no rocket science to this. The only way to fix that is lots of steel to keep it rigid and lots of concrete to keep it on the ground. Now, in the case of enclosed trough, the mirrors are indoors, so they never see wind. So we have very lightweight, very thin mirrors. Our mirrors are made of a material which is slightly thicker than tinfoil and slightly thinner than a Coke can. And they're incredibly lightweight. The advantage we get from that is that the positioning system which aims the mirrors can be very small, as opposed to the giant hydraulic systems that you need outside. Secondly, because they're very lightweight, they're very inexpensive. So our mirrors are a tiny fraction of the cost of mirrors which had to survive wind outside. Secondly, instead of reinforcing every single mirror in the entire array, we only reinforce the structure of the building. And so if you look at the amount of metal in the whole solution, there's about half as much metal, steel and aluminum in an enclosed trough than there is in an outdoor system. And of course, if you have half as much material, then you have half as much cost. So the glasshouse structure, enclosed trough, gives us lower capex because of the wind loading issue and lower opex because of the automated cleaning issue.